All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show with a little 49er video as we recap what John Lynch said on his weekly KMBR hit on The Sports Leader, and Lynch stopped by today. Now, of course, we're brought to you by Pig and a Pickle. The best barbecue in all of Northern California is Pig and a Pickle. Check them out. They're in Emeryville. They're in Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. And they do run out, so get there early. Get some brisket chili. Tell them Krug sent you. Also, check out their brand new location opening in 2026 in Petaluma. And thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of the Krug Show. All right, let's talk a little John Lynch. He stopped by on the KMBR Morning Show, as he does every week, and he hit on a couple things today with the game looming Saturday night, Niners and Seahawks for the #1 seed in the NFC, and maybe most importantly, that first round bye. Now, Lynch pointed out that Christian McCaffrey has back stiffness, but he's expected to be good to go for Saturday against Seattle, according to John Lynch. He says, I think Christian should be good. I think Christian will be ready. So we talked to Christian in the locker room yesterday. He's going to go. I mean, he's ready to go. It's precautionary. You know, they're keeping him out. They're trying to keep him rested. It's back stiffness, but he'll be ready to roll on Sunday. Lynch also noted that this is the first time that Trent Williams has had a hamstring injury in his entire career, and stated that Williams is making every effort to play on Saturday against the Seahawks. But that does complicate things, because when you haven't pulled a hamstring before, can he heal from it? How severe is it? There are degrees and grades to these hamstring strains. How bad is it, and can Trent get out there? If not, it's Austin Pleasant's time, and Pleasant's will get out there and do it again. If the 49ers have to go without Trent Williams in a game of this magnitude, that would be hugely disappointing. But the hamstring is tricky, and if he hurts it worse, he could be done for the year. And then you don't have your star left tackle for your Super Bowl run, whatever run you can make of it here in the playoffs. I mean, that's a major blow. So there's no guarantee that if you rest him, that he'll be ready to roll next time, 2 weeks from now. If they can get the win, he's got a 2-week break. So, it's not the kind of injury where you can just, just shoot it up and play with it. You have to, he's got to make sure that thing doesn't have any kind of a tear or recurrence of this injury. Otherwise, he could be out for an extended period of time. So this is going to be the injury to watch for throughout the week. How does Trent Williams' hamstring progress? How does he feel in game day? Does he get out there in practice? My guess is he doesn't. And they make it a game time decision. My guess is that he's not going to go. And it's just a hunch, really, more than anything, just from the standpoint, not that, they don't need him, they need him desperately. But it is the first time he's had this injury, and what if it gets worse? And my guess is that they're going to go with Austin Pleasant. That's just a guess. Maybe Trent's hamstring heals and he gets out there. But if I had to guess, my guess is Austin Pleasant starts at left tackle. On a positive note, John Lynch was asked about George Kittle's status for Saturday night. Kittle's got a low to mid ankle sprain. And Lynch said, I would be surprised if he wasn't out there. So, George Kittle rested up last week. And, man, they could really use him. I mean, he's one of the best players in the league. He's a future Hall of Famer. He's a great receiver. He's a great blocker. He means about 1 yard to 1.5 yards per carry in the run game. He's a really, really key cog for the 49ers. So for Lynch to say, I'd be surprised if he wasn't out there, leads us to believe that, maybe he is going to be out there. As far as Christian McCaffrey, John Lynch says McCaffrey's peaking at the right time. The quote was, I saw him walking out here the other night, and he looked like a guy who had a lot of touches. He takes care of himself so well. Christian will be ready. He knows how to get himself ready. What I love about Christian the last couple of weeks is that he's seen a little extra juice. I think the great ones know how to peak when they need to be peaking most. I think we're seeing that right now. We're seeing a little bit extra burst. The way he got out there on that 41-yard run, there was a little extra pop in that deal, so I'm feeling good with where Christian is at. So, McCaffrey is an awesome. The one thing I've learned about McCaffrey is even though he's kind of a quiet guy, he's kind of understated, he doesn't say a lot, he doesn't have a lot of expression on his face when he talks. Man, he's as fiery and as dedicated and as all in on this thing as anybody, man. He wants it bad. He's an incredible competitor, and he doesn't have that Super Bowl ring, and he wants it, and you can tell. So yeah, I bet you he does have an ability to turn it up and get to another level, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if Christian had another epic performance. I think if you look at this game, the one thing, Seattle's really good at stopping the run. Really good at stopping the run, and yet the 49ers. Have been much better the last couple of weeks. The best they've been running the ball has been the last couple of weeks against the Colts and the Bears. So I do expect the 49ers to run the ball and maybe even run it successfully at times against Seattle. It's going to be a grind. I don't think the first 49ers Seahawks game, the Niners won, but they scored 17 points, and that was with Brock Purdy. Seattle, you could argue's defense is better since then. And heck, 49ers might not have Trent Williams. But Brock Purdy's playing so well right now. I got to think that the 49ers are going to be able to put 28 on the board in this game against Seattle. And then it's a matter of, can they keep Seattle under 28? And I think what it's going to require some turnovers. They're going to have to punch the ball out. They're going to have to step in front of a pass. They're going to have to make a big play on defense to change the possession. Are the 49ers suddenly going to get Bosa and Warner back? No, they're not. So their defense is flawed, and those flaws, they're struggling. Upton Stout's a key cog for them. He's in the concussion protocol. He may not go at all in this game. You've got Chase Lucas maybe playing the full game in the slot, in that nickel corner position. They're young on the back end. They're beat up on the back end. They don't have a lot of rush up front. The linebackers are dinged up. They're not great in coverage. There's weaknesses here. So if the 49ers are going to win this game, they're going to have to get turnovers. Good news is Sam Darnold in the last few games has like 9 touchdowns and 9 turnovers, or 9 interceptions. So he's throwing interceptions. I do think the 49ers are going to win this game because I think Brock Purdy's going to out-efficient Sam Darnold. I think he's going to make fewer mistakes. I think the 49ers are going to find a way to win at home. One last one on Lynch. He was asked about the performances of Austin Pleasance and Jake Tonjes. And he said for Austin Pleasance to come and play the way he did, that had as much to do with our victory as anything. And Tonjes made 7 catches, a number of them on third downs. We've been having contributions like that all season long. And it's funny, I thought Tonjes was going to have a big game against the Bears because the Bears were allowing 7.5 receptions per game to the tight end. And Tonjes is a good receiver, and he burned him. He burned him. He absolutely made play after play after play. He's one of the most underrated players in the league right now. He's a sticky-handed backup tight end who's got absolutely top-level ball skills. And then as far as Pleasance, you know what? I don't know what to make of it. He looked like this in minicamp. He looked big and strong and athletic and fast and looking like he could be a starter. Like he could start at tackle. And then we got to training camp and he just got absolutely abused by speed, by power. And he just looked like a guy who isn't the same guy when the pads come on. And then you figure he hasn't played in 4 months, but he got out there for Trent Williams and he played a really, really good game. And man, if he could play another really good game, that would give this team a huge shot in the arm. The Niners have a backup quarterback that they can lean on. Do they have a backup left tackle that they can lean on? if they do, man, that's really a feather in their cap. All right, we should tell you 49er football season is presented all season long by Sleeper, the fastest growing fantasy platform in the world. It's a one-stop shop. You get blazing fast news, real-time stats, group chat, season-long leagues, and of course, Sleeper picks for daily fantasy. Use promo code Larry, Larry. Sleeper will match your first deposit up to $100. Links in the description. Terms and conditions do apply. We have had a lot of success this year with Sleeper, and it's a ton of fun. So I would definitely recommend it highly. Once again, use promo code Larry, and Sleeper will match your first deposit up to $100. Links in the description. Terms and conditions do apply. So thanks to Pig and a Pickle, thanks to Sleeper, and thanks to all of you for supporting The Krug Show on YouTube.